Join us for our 4th edition and first virtual Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2020.
We are now joined by Mr. Papa Kow Bartels, who is the head of the Trade and Investment in Ghana High Commission UK. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. Thank you. We know we had a little bit of a technical hitch. As you know, we are streaming live and we're at the perils of technology. First of all, I would just like to say thank you very much for coming on. Us, the Ghana High Commission UK and the mission have been supporting us right from the beginning. And as us in the diaspora, you being here today really signals the direction of travel where we are all unified in trying to work together for the greater good. So thank you very much, sir. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much. And it's still morning, so good morning to everyone. And I bring you warm greetings from the acting High Commissioner, Mrs. Matilda Alumetu-Osei, who extends her best wishes for the success of this very laudable program. She's particularly impressed with the array of excellent and knowledgeable speakers that you've lined up, and she sincerely hopes that it will be, a resounding and rewarding experience for all who are here and participating in this program. I know that normally this program would have been an in-person thing, it's a one-on-one thing, and we'll meet, we'll greet in splendor, and we'll do all the handshakes and even embrace and exchange cards and pleasantries. But we have something that has come to us that has completely redefined our world. We say that we are in a new normal, and it is shaping our world in a way in which we need to adjust to. But I think that I have this comfort, and that is what Napoleon Hill said in his book. It says, "Think and grow rich." What is in there is that in every situation of a disadvantage, there's a seed of an equivalent advantage. And we can see that right now. If you look at the numbers that have logged in and participating, and even the reach going beyond the UK into other places, if it was an in-person event, we wouldn't have had this kind of experience. So I think that even though we are in challenging times, this is really also a good, a basis to extend our reach. At least if anything at all, it has shown us that even when we have in-person programs, we can still, get people to speak to us from various continents whilst we're having the program in person. So it's a disadvantage, but there's a seed of equivalent advantage in there. I have always been wondering how we link lifestyle to property. And I was just wondering, how does lifestyle actually fit into a property agenda? And it's interesting you combine the two like that. And I just found the common denominator, and that is people. Lifestyle is about people, property is about people. And I'm no expert in lifestyle. Neither am I an expert in property, but at least if we want to talk about people, I just, this morning I would depart from my usual way of speaking and sound and wax a bit philosophical. I would look at what the people means as far as this program is concerned. And people, the first letter is a P. And if you take the P, we need to play, we need to have pleasure, and then we need to program ourselves in life for whatever we're doing. And that is the P. And when you look at the E, and if you look at it, it's also like building ourselves up from our formative years into adulthood. So you play, you have pleasure, and then you begin to recognize that you need to program your life. And that has to do with lifestyle. And you take the E, you need to educate yourself, you need to earn some good money, and then you need to eat well, which is very important. And so that also has to do with lifestyle and then property as well. And we can take a look at the O, and that is when we are building ourselves into acquisition of property and things like that. So you need to be original in whatever you do. I find that in recent time, people do a lot of copying. They pick ideas, and we need to be original. That is where our lives is going to go places. And then in doing that, we also have to be orderly. It means systematic, rearrangement of our lives, and then take the opportunities that are available to us as life rolls out. So we need to do that. And the P, of course, we are talking property, so we're talking of acquisition of property. And I listened to Fusena, and she was saying some very good things and very, very interesting. So I have also picked a few things, and I'll follow up on that. So we need to be orderly. We need to acquire property, and then in so doing, we need to plan our lives very well. And the planning here is all encompassing. At each stage of our growth, we need a certain level of planning. When you're an adult, your planning regime is different. When you're a teenager, your planning regime is different. And when you're a child, your planning regime is different. And somebody says, how does a child plan? That's what parenting does. We take them through so that you understand that, look, by the time or the age or stage that I am of this age, I need to have acquired this property or do this, in life. And then in that same planning, we need also to look at how the way in which we plan even our meals. I have dropped a lot of kilos in recent months, right? Simply by planning on what to eat, right? And I have seen quite a lot of property and things that I can acquire just by sitting and planning. And so, when we do all that, then we can see progress in our lives as a people. So property is not just property. We need to plan, and then we can see some progress. And then the L in people, I see it as a lifestyle. And that's what this whole program is all about. Well, my basic knowledge and understanding of nutrition and food is such that we need to eat well. We need to ingest the right, carbohydrates, vegetables, proteins, because it will go into building who we are. In fact, it is said that who you are is what you eat. So that becomes very important. And a lot of us, and I wouldn't exclude myself, we also work without rest. And that for me is not good. So we need to do that. We need to have a good lifestyle regime. And I see that the most important factor in there is love. Love in every facet of our life. It is important that we show love to ourselves first. Most of the time we don't do that. So we put ourselves under a lot of strain, a lot of challenges, and then we can't just make it good in life. I, having said all that, would want to look at the last bit of it, which is the E in people, and I see excellence. In life, we need to strive for excellence. If we want to achieve, then we should shun mediocrity. Because if we are mediocre in our thinking, if we don't think excellence, we cannot achieve what this program is seeking to achieve. So excellence should be the hallmark of every person when you're looking at lifestyle and looking at property. And this goes for whether you're a property developer, whether you're going to acquire property, whatever you're doing, let's strive for excellence. I find, and this is not a blow to any of our speakers who will be coming in, but I have been and seen some property that, you know, externally or when you are outside, you see the thing so good, but you go, you touch it, and you find, you know, either the wall is falling off or the grains of paint, you know, falling off. We need to be excellent. Excellency should be our hallmark in everything that we do. And having said that, like I said, this morning I'm departing from my usual talking trade, talking investment, and waxing philosophical. That's why I've taken that path. And I think that in all these things, we need to do good thinking, and we need to make some very healthy choices, and then we set our end goals right, and they should be achievable. If we can do all these things, then when we talk about lifestyle and when we talk about property, we'll see ourselves soaring high and going forward. And on that note, I want to applaud you and your team for this particular program. I think that it is very important. If you are here, especially in the UK, and you want to look back into investing in Ghana, and that I'm touching on a bit of my work, right? We need to look at some key elements. We need to speak to the right people. We need to engage with the people who matter in these things. And when we've been able to do that, I am sure that we would seamlessly land, you know, in the right place for the right deals, for the right choices, and for the best of lifestyles. Because when you've done all that and you can sit, relax, lift your legs up on some good bulgur, you know, mat, you know, and then lay back, you would have said to yourself that you are living a good lifestyle in a good property. So Anne, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and this is what I have for you.
Wow, I'm actually blown away. That speech was, I wasn't expecting that. It's actually more. You've actually given us more, and you have given us in depth. And I'm sure everyone who is listening has made their notes. I mean, I have made so many golden takeaways, which you have said. And the purpose of today is to open people's mind, you know, with the correct thinking, as you said, the plan. You know, it's not a rush to invest. And, you know, like you said, speak to the right people. It's so important because, you know, historically and even to today, many of our people have been burnt with bad investment choices, going to not reputable developers. So speaking to the right people so you can, you said, seamlessly land in the right places. I mean, that's really struck a chord with me, and I hope all those who are listening will take away these. Mr. Papa Kow Bartels, and on behalf also of the Ghana High Commission, UK, and also the acting head, Matilda, we thank you so much for your insights today and for supporting us. And we look forward to continuing our great works and our partnership with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So enjoy your Saturday.
Okay, I will.
We're going to continue with the show. So take care and goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.